Hi and welcome to today's athlete feature. We have a very exciting guest with us today, so we'll get straight into it. Who are you and what was your sport?
Yeah, kia ora. My name is Honey Hireme-Smiler from New Zealand, and my sports was both rugby and rugby league.
Amazing. And how long did you play for?
Yeah, so I played rugby league since I was a kid, 5 years old, and did about 18 years with the New Zealand side. Along the way, picked up rugby as a high school kid, mostly in the sevens scene. So I was a contracted sevens player for about 4 years, and played alongside the Black Ferns for a few years, and managed to get 19 caps with the Black Ferns 15s, and did a few World Series and World Cups with the Black Fern Sevens.
A very impressive athletic resume. Thank you for joining us today. I would love to know, whilst you had your playing career, did you have something to pursue outside of sport whilst you were playing?
Yeah, so I think I sort of fell into working alongside people. So for a while, I'd done a little bit of youth work, done some work in the disability field for a number of years, and also mental health. So I'd sort of been just doing that alongside my playing career. For a big chunk of that, obviously, as female athletes, we weren't paid, so we had to balance both. So it was really good to have that outside of my sport. And then I sort of just pursued that. I really enjoyed working alongside people, and then got the opportunity when I retired from sport to jump into the broadcasting side of things and have a look at commentating and presenting, and sort of carried on with that now.
Definitely. Now, this question is unscripted, so I'm sorry, but I'd love to know a little bit more around that area. So, one, how did you know that you wanted to work with people? And how did you get into the commentating industry as well?
Cool. Look, I really enjoyed working alongside people because every day was different. You know, you never knew what you were going to get. And so I just found that really interesting. I've always been, I suppose, a person that wanted to serve others and give back. And so working in the disability space came with a whole lot of challenges, but it was always fun. And I was lucky enough to work alongside youth as well. So it just, I suppose, challenged me personally to ensure, that if I was going to be in a mentoring and role model, I could transfer, I suppose, the skills that I was getting from my sports over to my work career, and working alongside people to help them thrive. For my commentary and presenting work, that sort of fell upon me. I was injured at the time, and they asked me to come and fill in and do a bit of expert commentary for Sevens tournament. Really enjoyed it, just thrown in the deep end. And then a couple of months, I got a few more gigs with rugby and rugby league, and then they offered me a contract. And sort of been doing it for about 4 years now, and it's been very much a learn along the way process, and that's what I've really loved. Again, sort of I suppose taking from what I learned for sport, and even though I hadn't studied media or broadcasting or anything like that, but just I suppose throwing myself into it as a rookie, and just learning along the way and getting to work alongside people again, still stay within sport, and just learning as much as I could along the way. It's been amazing.
100%. There must have been a lot of courage for you to say yes and just take that opportunity with two hands and run with it. I think you've definitely highlighted that it's important to take the opportunities that come our way, even if we feel like we're underqualified or we're not sure, because we probably have a lot of transferable skills that would help that area.
Exactly.
Thank you for giving that insight. We have rushed through this very quickly, but last question. What advice would you give to your younger self or someone who is in similar shoes to you as a young athlete?
Yeah, look, I think goal planning is really important, knowing that sort of what you want to do, and having your bigger goal, and then working out the smaller steps in between, but also embracing that it's never going to go quite to plan. I never planned to be in commentary, and now that's what I'm doing. It's sort of full-time work and loving it, but still I make a lot of mistakes along the way. It's live sport. Sometimes you say the wrong things, but it's actually just embracing those, and using them as a challenge to be better. And I suppose not being afraid to fail is really, really important too. Same as in sports, you deal with so much, I suppose, adversity as a sports person. It's very much the same when you're taking on a career. You deal with adversity, and it's all about, I suppose, that resilience and being able to just keep going, keep throwing yourself into as much learning as possible, and just enjoy what you're doing. The more you learn, the more you thrive, the more you love it. So for me, it's not really work as such. I just love what I do.
100%. Thank you so much for sharing your story today, Honey.